This is a picture of a portal. Maybe I should take the light off of this. This is a picture of an ideal portal, but it's only showing two interfaces. One for the cloaking interface that would take the light out and transmit through to the other side, and the holodeck interface, which may be attached to the outside world or may be attached to a computer inside. This is a better description of the cloaking light interface, the holodeck light interface, and the secondary holodeck light interface for telepresence. And it don't show figures inside, but it shows objects, gravestones or islands or something. And this shows a schematic of what two telepresent portals exchange with each other. There follows a chain. I drew up a quick diagram. There follows a chain. If you consider the outside world a filled outside holodeck filled with light and matter, then the cloaking, cloaking interface is filled with only light, and it may be connected to the holodeck, the first holodeck that's filled with a physical person, Bob and Alice, and they're scanned and transmitted into another light-only form in the secondary holodeck that turns them into a negative image, and only their virtual aspects, and transmits their virtual aspects to the positive holodeck of the other person. But that person is taken, and the virtual form of the previous person is taken both together again into an infinite regression where the real physical person's virtual body shrouds the physical person. It follows a chain. It follows the chain from filled outside holodeck of light and matter to a cloaking interface of only light, to a filled holodeck of light and matter, to a secondary holodeck of only light, to a filled holodeck of light and matter, to a holodeck of only light, a secondary holodeck of only light, to a filled holodeck of light and matter, to a second, and it goes like this, and it's an infinite regression is all that I can call it. And I think it might have something to do with the eventual telepresence of both matter and light. Maybe there should be another light interface here, or a light and matter interface for the cloaking. I'm not really sure. But if you consider the outside world as one giant light and matter holodeck, then that begins a chain of the cloaking light only interface. And I'm debating whether this is connected to this cloaking light interface to be a physical and light interface holodeck, or if it's directly connected to the outside world, which would make it a continuation of the outside world giant holodeck interface, light and matter interface. But they become virtual, they become real again, virtual real, they become virtual, and they become real again, and they become this other person's virtual self is taken up into the secondary holodeck and to a virtual form, and then their body covers their cells, their virtual forms covers their physical selves, and the continuing real-time transmission of all this chain of virtual and field, matter, and light, and just light only. And these are some, this is a visual depiction of the three interfaces of a true portal: cloaking light interface, the holodeck light interface, or it should be the holodeck interface of light and matter, and the secondary holodeck light interface of just only light, virtual forms, and there would be a transmitter that would transmit it to this holodeck, which, if there were people inside, would be transmitted into this virtual holodeck, secondary holodeck of light only, and then that would be transmitted back to the physical holodeck of the first person, which both of their cells, real and virtual, will be transmitted through the just an infinite regression, I guess that's what you'd call it, a whole chain. And it starts with the outside. If you consider the outside holodeck of both light and matter, it follows these chains of matter, light and matter, light only, light and matter, light only. And I think it might have something significant to say about telepresence of real and virtual forms altogether. But first you have to consider the outside world a full light and matter holodeck connected to the portals inside the inner portals. Well, thanks for watching.